Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Can you guys hear me? Leave a like in the chat. Write one. Say hello. If you can hear me, yo, what's up? What's up? Don't feed bot. Don't feed bot. That's a nice name. Welcome, Thunder Pros. Welcome. Let's wait 30 seconds and we're starting. FX Africa, welcome. Leave a like in the chat. Thumbs up on the video. And we're starting in a minute. We're starting in a minute. FX Africa, good afternoon. Any giveaway legend? Oh, you're FX Africa. You're FX Africa. So if you're FX Africa, I bet you're a great trader. So go get your account on Thunder Pro with the code LIVE to receive a discount on your next challenge. You're gonna make great payouts, possibly. So you don't need any giveaway, I bet, with that name, FX Africa. That's great. Okay. Let's go. Let's start. So everyone, welcome back. I'm Michele Rossi, trader based in Italy. I'm an educator, and we're live again here with Thunder Pro. Today, we're going to break down the market using fundamentals, intermarket analysis, and sentiment analysis. And then we go with technicals. So we're going to trade live together. This is where we connect the macro picture with the real price action. So you can see how professionals actually build their bias before entering a trade. Before all that, quick reminder before we begin, everything I say today is for educational purposes only. This is not a financial advice. It's not a signal service. I'll show you how I read the markets and why price moves. So you can build your own system and trade independently. That's the only way I know. All right, let's get started. So right now, let's start with the fundamental pillar. So first pillar of the four I have. So fundamental, intermarket, sentiment, and technicals. Technicals without the other three pillars means nothing. So right now, all macro data points to a soft landing, not a crash. The economy is slowing down, yes, but in a controlled, healthy way. For us, day traders, that means one thing. It's a risk-friendly environment. That means that risk-on asset, they're gonna appreciate and go up, okay? Corrections, we have are quick. The volatility is lower and dips are being bought faster. So you might see a small dip on the NAS that we're going to trade today. If we repeat what we did from Monday till today, and then you're going to see a recap back up twice the movement, twice the range. Okay, so employment data remains strong. Inflation is easing gradually, and the Fed seems more relaxed. Bond volatility is falling. That's the MOVE index. You can search on TradingView, you can find the MOVE index. And that means no systemic stress. So when you see a sudden drop on the NASDAQ, it's not a structural breakdown. It's just a profit taking, not panic. In this type of macro environment, fundamentals simply don't justify any deep sell-offs. That's why we use those emotional flashes to look for long reversal. That's what I wanna see today to catch a good trade. Okay. Second pillar, intermarket. Across the market, the message is clear. Money is rotating back into risk. So if you look at the XLY, and let me open up the chart, XLY, XLP ratio is rising. Discretionary stocks are outperforming defensives. That's classic risk on, as we said on the first pillar. Bond yields are stabilizing. TLT looks like it's bottoming, which means more future liquidity. The dollar index is consolidating and not breaking up, not putting pressure on risk assets. So as long as bond and XLY, XLP confirm the risk behavior, intraday pullbacks on the NASDAQ are buying opportunities for me, not trend changes. For the first pillar, sentiment analysis, sentiment pillar, everyone's still fearful, but the data no longer supports that fear. The AAII sentiment survey still show over 60% bears, and that's one of the highest readings since the 1980s. So that's not panic you short. That's panic you buy. That's what I do. So the VIX keeps compressing. Volatility is coming down, and every sell-off lately has ended with a violent short covering rally. So when retail traders and the media screams crash, smart money is quietly buying under the surface. So that's where you want to position yourself. If you want to trade like a professional, you have to flip the logic. Fear means fuel. Okay? So putting it all together from a day trader's view, here's how we translate this macro story into live trading. So we're going to wait for the market open, the opening hour. So it's going to be between 3:30 till 4 p.m. It's usually the time window where I operate. We might go a little bit longer today because we have few Fed speakers, so I might take a look at what they're saying. And we look for fake breakdowns and long reversal using the orb and the IFVG setup. And during the mid-session, when volatility settles, we move into controlled range scalps. I guess still long biases. That doesn't mean if I see an opportunity to the downside, I might take that. But you're going to see everything on screen. So right now, the playbook is clear. Fundamentals are stable. Intermarket support risk on, and sentiment remain overly bearish. That means one thing: buy the dip, don't chase the fear. If you have any question, please leave that in the chat. Okay? Ciao ragazzi from Italy. Hey guys from Italy. Ciao ragazzi dall'Italia. So we got 15 minutes for the market open, and let's break down some chart. So we got this huge move on the Nas. This is the micro e-mini Nasdaq index on the futures. We got this huge dip on the downside. Maybe I'm gonna be able to draw. There it is. This is the huge drop of Friday where Trump announced tariffs. We saw a huge drop. Then the price went back up. It tried to retest the low, and it missed. And then we bought right here, and then we go up. The market open, we drop, and we bought right here yesterday. And then the market goes up. And what am I looking for today? Possibly two scenarios. Scenario number one, I'm gonna look for a drop in this area, 24,900, and a pullback. So this is gonna be the pullback, and this is gonna be the reversal and the continuation to the upside. We got a beautiful dynamic support, which is this one right here. Okay. And it's very, very near the Asian session low, which is right here. So it's super cool. This is the move I want to see. And we're talking about high probability setup, okay? This is what I want to see, possibly. And I'm gonna enter right here, put my stops down below, and target this area. On a lower time frame, I'm gonna work on the 15-minute time frame, but you can take note from this. You can take a note of this scenario and see if that happens. So the things to me is not trying to predict the market, but trying to understand what to do if the price reached the level. Where do I have the better opportunity? The next opportunity might be this one right here, a break above the 25,100, a fake out on the downside, rebreak on the top, retest, and we go up. This is another scenario. And this is more for the intraday. It's not a scalp, of course. This is the second thing I'm looking for. So I usually mark up the key areas for me, which is previous day high, previous day low, right here, right here. Then I'm gonna mark up the Asian session low, the Asian session high, which is super near to the London session high, which is right here. So I don't want to do anything in the middle right here in this little range. I do not want to play inside here. And the last thing is going to be London low. London low, we have it right here. That's another good point where we might start to see the first trade if we're scalping. So yes, this is basically it. And I'm gonna pair this with the so the S&P 500 future. This strategy is used. You can use this strategy both on Nasdaq, the S&P, whatever, and it's pretty much the same markup on the chart. So I want to see how the price of S&P moves in correlation with the Nasdaq, or better say, how the Nasdaq moves in correlation with the S&P. So usually when you see the S&P move, and this is my view, when I see the S&P move strongly, he moves slowly but steadily. It's like seeing a truck moving. When you see the Nasdaq, it's like you're looking at an F1, so a racing car. Okay, so perhaps if we got a good price action and the price is consolidating, we got a fake out on the downside, retest of the high, and we might see the S&P go higher. So if you see this going down here and then doing that, it's gonna do it a little bit slower. And usually on the 1 minute chart, the Nasdaq follows. So that's where I wanna enter. Okay. Yes, this is basically it. And the last thing that I'm using is the VWAP. Is the only indicator that I'm using. If you want to take a screen of this chart, guys, do it right now, because I'm gonna clean this sheet up. Okay. The other one and only, I mean, not the other one and only, but the only indicator that I'm using is the VWAP. The VWAP is the volume weighted average price, and that's the only indicator that I'm using, because it gives you an overall overview on who's in control. Are the bulls in control? Are the bears in control? And it's typically a line. You're going to see a blue line. I'm going to anchorate the VWAP, which is these two right here at the opening of the market. So at 3:30 or 9:30, depends where you're based. So, but basically as soon as the market open. And as the time goes by, you're going to see a line which creates, is going to be blue. And usually that line is where big player are going to put their entries, are going to put their stops, are going to put their take profit. So it's a great point to decide if enter or if take profit, or where to put the stops. So again, the idea behind all of this is, do I understand what moves the market? You can answer that in the chat. If you have question, I'm gonna reply. Do you understand what moves the market? Okay, so what's more likely to happen in this scenario today? And you create your bias. How are you guys? Are you guys bullish or bearish? From what I told you, from what the market says. Let me know in the comments, please. Cosa pensate, ragazzi? Siete bullish o bearish? Fatemelo sapere nei commenti. Let me know in the comments below. News move the market. Of course, yes. Great. Thank you. News move the market. So, are you bullish or are you bearish? It doesn't mean what if we're gonna get a stop loss or a take profit today. Of course, we're gonna find a way to get a take profit. Of course, that's our goal. But it doesn't mean if we're getting a stop loss or a take profit. It means if we understand what it's more likely to happen. So what if the price jump off this point. If he's gonna do like this, it's more likely we're going up or more likely we're going down. What do you think? What if the price reached this point? It's more likely we're gonna have a bounce back up, or more likely we're gonna break down. And when you establish your preview, is it a good point to enter a buy? Is it a good point to enter a sell? Do you have a good risk to reward? Yes or no? That's what I ask myself every time before I even think about trading. We bounce off right here, I'm gonna enter this trade. We bounce off right here, I'm gonna enter this trade. Do I have a good risk reward? Yes. We bounce off right here. Do we have a good risk to reward? Between what? Between support and resistance. Is the stop loss good enough in this time frame? Is 38 points a good average true range? You can use the ATR free indicator to help you out on this. It's going to calculate the last 14 periods, the last 14 candles in the chart, and tell you the average movement. So let's say you have 50 points, you want to place your stop loss at least 50 points. Is it a good point to enter? Is it going to ruin my risk to reward? Yes. So I'm not going to take the trade. That's the point. Okay. Carola, I see that Nasdaq can probably run till 25,000. That is a psychological number that we saw also yesterday. Of course, that was the great enter that we had yesterday, and also a support, and then bounce. I agree. If we have a violent move, if we have a bigger pullback, we might see the price going down to this point, which is the London low, Asia low, down to 24,900. That is going to be another good point to buy back. And we have 3 minutes until the market open. Yes, Carola, it is a good vision. It is a good vision. I'm gonna also look at what the Magnificent Eight are gonna do at market open. And decide what to do. Don't feed bot. I think NAS will drop close to 24,874. You're very precise. So this right here. That's the major buyback area, because we got the low of the 4-hour, we got the low of London, we got yesterday London, we got the low of Asia. It's a major point. It's a major point to buy back. So definitely. You guys ready with your funded account, with your challenge? One minute. We're gonna dance. I'm gonna trade with Funded Pro Futures. I got several accounts. Let's see if we spot something today. Something good. Oh, yes. Let's go. Here we go. So I'm gonna anchor my VWAP right now. Right here. It's gonna create a blue line, which is gonna be the volume weighted average price. It's a great level right here, right at the opening. What a move. Right at 25,100, the previous level yesterday high. Let's see what we got right here. Right on the spot of the VWAP. We mitigated this first fair value up, which is just a funny way to say support and resistance. So I'm starting to think short at this very moment because you see the S&P 500. Look, it's moving heavily down. Let's wait for the first 5 minutes. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the 5th minutes. Let's wait for this to close. It's going to create the first orb, the first opening range. And we're right at the middle of it. We gotta see if we hold support right here, or if we break that. We almost did and retest this area, it might fall down. Not a huge fan of sells, but why not? Let's see. So we got the first 5-minute orb, and we're right in the middle of it, right above the VWAP. Now we're breaking down. See the move? There you go. Let's see if it hold and close below on the S&P. I'm not a fan of shorting in the middle of a range, and we're still are at the London high. So I don't like it very much at the moment, but I might change idea. Got a good volume right here. It's getting rejected and rejected and rejected and rejected right here. So we have a good selling pressure. Let's see. And let's wait. That's the breakdown. And I'm in a sell. Guys, I'm in a sell. I'm in a sell. I'm in a sell right now, right here. Let me show you. I'm in a sell. Entered right here. I'm going to show you the chart in a minute. Super tight stop loss right here, 23 points. Right above this area right here. Let me set these up. This is it. If the price goes above the VWAP, I'm going to close it very fast because I don't want to get wrecked in a buyback. And I probably go out. Yeah. Still in. We went back in the range. See, double fake out. Let me I'm closing. I guess I'm closing the trade. I don't like it anymore. Let me go down with the stop loss. Putting the stop loss down right here, or close some contract. Okay, I'm out. I don't like it anymore. Double fake out of the S&P. And we're still in the middle of the range. Let's wait. It's a boring opening. Guys, leave a comment below. Thunder Pro asked, does the chat prefer to trade futures or FX? What do you prefer? Someone said FX, CFDs. What are you guys trading? Futures or Forex? See, the position was good. Yes, the entry was good. I just didn't like, and risk is super small, so just didn't like this double break and re-enter. That's why I went out. I put my stop loss right here. So basically, if you're still in the trade, that's still a good position. I just didn't like this price action. Just didn't like it and decided to close it half the risk. Sometimes it's a good choice, sometimes it's not. This time was not. Someone still in the trade? Let me know in the chat. Got a super tight range. Super tight range. 65 points. See? Look how much indecision we have right here. Rejection, rejection, rejection. We cannot close. We're not able to close below this area. This to me is super difficult to trade because you don't see a clear entry point. But of course, what we can say, this is an area where buyers are aggressive, because we saw this right here, and we saw this push right here, and right here at the same time we got a lot of sell pressure. So it's a super tight range where price like to play. We want to see a break above or below a super. I mean, it has to be more clear. It's not. S&P is consolidating inside of a 3-4 points range. It's crazy. Right here. A lot of indecision. If we look at the 5-minute range, 5-minute candle, sorry, we see consolidation. We're not getting any clear direction. Let's see if this candle on the S&P close above, right here, above. If it close above, I'm gonna start looking for buys right here, right at the top. But we want to see the price break above. There you go. Let's see. Let's wait a minute. We got the 15-minute orb. Are we gonna have a continuation on the upside or a meltdown? What do you guys think? What are we gonna see? Continuation on the upside, double break of the orb, which means we got this range, the 15-minute range. 86% of the times we got a double break during the day. That's a good play, but bullish. So yeah. Let's see. We might have our entry. If you are looking for longs, this is gonna be a good entry point. If you're looking for sells, we want to see the price come back below, retest, and go down. Okay, so we got these two position. So we got the break. We might go for the first one. Let's see how it plays. Look at the rejection right here. I'm looking for this position right here. If the price come back, and I took, and it's gone. So another good entry point. I missed that. And let's see if we take right here. I'm gonna enter a sell, and let's see. I'm in a sell. I'm in a sell. Stop loss right here, and take profit down below. Double break of the orb. I'm in a sell. Take profit on the challenge or TPs if we reach this point right here. Oh, sorry, guys. This is it. Forgot to share the screen. but it's the same position. Take profit in the green zone. Let's trail this down right here. And I'm out in this account. So the take profit got hit. If you're still, other accounts in, I'm gonna go with a higher risk. I'm still in another account. Let the price goes down as much as possible. If you're still in the trade, move your stop loss to break even because you wanna have the maximum risk to reward. That was a good entry. I guess the price is gonna melt down at this very moment. If we close below right here, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down. So this is the move. This is the move. We're already up 1-to-1. Let's see if we can catch the whole move on the downside. We got a double break of the orb. We got 86% of the time we got a double break. Okay, and this happened today with a very good move. So break of the orb, re-enter the orb, creating a support resistance box, call it whatever you want, fair value gap, blah, blah, blah. We took the middle of the fair value gap and we start pushing down. We got a double break. If we see the price close inside, perhaps you wanna be out. I would go break even at this very moment. I would not risk the full stop loss at the moment. You can take partials. You can do whatever you want. Try to squeeze the position as much as possible. If you need to respect the consistency, get out. If you need to squeeze the momentum, keep staying in. It's a very good move. Okay. Have some live account, and to respect the consistency, I'm going for a smaller risk, smaller reward. And on the challenges, I'm slightly more aggressive. Slightly, just slightly, but you do you. We see this is a key area for the S&P. You see the correlation that we're having? 25,000 lots of orders accumulation. Yes, if you look at the heat map, you can see there's a lot of accumulations, as Carola says. But I'm not scared about that accumulation right here, because if we go back, I'm gonna get the break even on the other accounts. I just took partials on demos accounts, on challenges. If we go back right now, I'm happy because I made some profit. Because right here on the heat map, you can see there's a super red line. And what happens when you see a super red line on the heat map? That means we got a lot of orders right here. But we don't know if they are buy orders or sell orders. Okay? So eventually, if we hit this area, we might see a huge spike on the downside, spike on the upside. Okay? So it's a major area of support and resistance. And usually the price is attracted by this huge point of liquidity, huge point of, accumulations of orders. You, Carola, took profit. Who took the sells with me? Or who took the previous sell with me and took profit? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, I didn't took any long position because it didn't respect what I was saying at the beginning of the call. So we got this moment right here where when you might have considered a long position, but as you can see right here, we got a huge rejection at the top level of the S&P 500. So I wanted to see at least this move to enter along. That's why when I saw a re-enter of the range of the orb, I decided to go short. That made more sense. And as you can see, we're holding below the VWAP. But a lot of confusion today. Still, we have this, guys, we have this shutdown. Last time happened when last time was with Trump. Yes, the previous mandates of Trump, and it lasted 35 days. So we ain't got a lot of data. It happened with Bill Clinton. It happened with Obama. But see, the lack of data create a lot of uncertainty in the market. So a lot of consolidation. And I'm out. I'm out on all the accounts. I'm out on all the accounts at break even, but took profit down below right here with a one-to-one risk reward. Then another small position. I took a partial right here, 25,036. Who guys took profit with me? Let me know in the chat. You guys took some trade. You guys took some profit. Let me know in the chat. The live stream is gonna close in a few minutes. I have still a lot of conviction to the downside. It went again to get this area right here. So that's another good entry point. If you guys are up for sales, there's another great entry points. If you like sales, if you still like sales, this was another good entry point. I'm not in any trade at the moment. I don't like how the price moves today. We're having bad Thursdays. We're having bad Thursdays lately. Yeah, Thursdays are very difficult because of lack of data, because of the shutdown of the government. So that's what we see when there is market uncertainty. So the best decision is you stay out of the market where when there's uncertainty. Of course, we're having small risky trades at the moment, so it's good. As long as we're risking low, it's good. We're still, look, the price is still of the S&P at the same price of the market open. Look, the same price. It went down a little bit, it went up a little bit, and then again at the same price. This means market uncertainty. So you wanna stay out of this nonsense. Okay. Okay, so guys, all right, that's it for today. I guess I hope you enjoyed the session. I hope more than that this breakdown of the market, what we're looking for. So the previous position that I show you at the beginning of the session are still valid. That's still trades that I'm looking at during the day. Just slower paced, let's say. So yes, I hope it helped you with fundamentals, sentiment, and intermarket. If you connect everything together before a trade even happens, you got better chance of understand and perhaps better results. So remember, as always, price doesn't move because of random lines on your chart like I'm doing right now. It moves after the fundamentals and the other stuff. You can draw your lines and use it as a good entry point, exit point, take profit, stop loss, etc. So just to manage your risk. A big thank you to Funder Pro for hosting this live session. And if you want to trade with me live next Thursday, remember to use this code right here down below. You see the code LIVE to get your discount and join me on the next stream. Don't forget, every Monday, we do the weekly prep on the Funder Pro Instagram channels, both the Italian and the international channel, where we build a plan together for the entire week. So that's where the preparation happens, and that's how you show up ready on Thursday and perhaps the other days. Even if we don't see each other's, I'm still day trading inside of my private community every day. So thank you again for being here. Trade smart, stay humble, and see you live same time next week. Ciao guys. Bye bye.